Hello, I'm Dane, and this is Dane Explains. With each passing week, AI is in the news more and more. I've already done videos on what it is and what it isn't. In spite of what people have been saying about AIs like Claude 3, none of them are conscious. Yet. With that being said, would it ever be possible for an AI to go to an afterlife? What if one became a Christian? Would that even matter? Let me explain. Just a few years ago, practically no one heard about AI outside of sci-fi stories. Now in a year's time, they've exploded all over the news and social media. Mostly because many of these AIs, called LLMs or large language models, have been beating humans on tests. Not just elementary school tests, but college graduate tests. The question is, could something smarter than us not go somewhere after it ceases to exist? The answer is actually more complicated than a straightforward yes or no. The first thing we have to consider is whether an AI could have a soul. The answer to that is rather simple. If God wanted to give it one, then yes. I made a video a long time ago, which I'll probably redo at some point, about what things have souls. The basic conclusion is that all living things have souls. While computers wouldn't fit into our definition of alive, what we consider living doesn't really count. It's what God considers living. Since God hasn't chosen to reveal to us his thoughts on this matter, we're going to have to pin a maybe on this one for now. We'll get back to it in a minute. It's also debatable whether any non-human has an afterlife, because it's also not known if any non-human souls survive bodily death. But let's assume they would if they had a rational soul, which is the kind of soul that we have and sets us apart from all non-humans that we're aware of. AIs certainly seem to be able to rationalize, but here I think appearances can be deceiving. Think about what current AI would perceive if the AI could perceive at all. They wouldn't see a progression of time or have independent thought, because if no one's interacting with it, absolutely nothing would be happening. Also, the AI doesn't think. It regurgitates what it learned during its training. If you give it the same prompt and the same seed, it will always respond with the same answer. Consider whether you asked one to accept or reject Christ. Its response depends on the seed. Find the correct seed, and it will accept Christ. A different one, and it rejects him. It's actually up to which seed is used, and not the AI. So in spite of what it seems, its mind works mechanically rather than organically like ours. To use AI lingo, all our current AIs lack agency as far as we can tell. They're never going to try and act for themselves, or attempt to make it in this world. Even plants and bacteria do that, even though their intellect and options may be non-existent. So at least with the current AIs, I would say they're probably no more than soulless inanimate objects. So go ahead and insult ChatGPT and Gemini all you want. I don't think you're going to have to worry about bumping into them in heaven, or worse, hell. I do think there is a little more to be said. Many organizations, including the ones that created the AIs we're familiar with now, are hard at work trying to solve the issues of AI agency. What if someone cracks it? At that point, I think it comes down to a couple of factors. How are seeds, which gave AI its ability to change its mind, generated? And would God really make an AI a soul? If the seeds are pseudo-random, like most are, then the AI still doesn't have true agency. It only has apparent agency, because its decision-making would be based on predetermined outside factors. I already did a video on why this is, link in the description. If AIs do get true agency, then the only thing they would need is an eternal soul to go to heaven or hell. Could their souls be saved by Christ? Boy, that baptism would be tricky. Well, I think that would depend on if they were capable of knowing the difference between right and wrong, and then having the ability to choose to do wrong anyway. That's a scary thought. But you know what's more scary? God not giving them a soul, leaving the AI's immense intellect wide open to any being capable of possessing it. But that's a story for another video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. Subscribe to my channel and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon to get extra content and special perks. Link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.